Hi everyone. In this video, I'm using Cursor for marketing, where I'm programmatically scaling high quality content. Uh, Here, what I'm actually doing is, I have these separate folders for one folder to have all my agent restrictions, and then another folder, to have positioning and messaging docs for two brands that I'm writing right now. So one is Growth Marketing, this is a digital marketing agency, and then another one is Metaflow AI, which is actually a AI marketing workflow automation tool, which is also an agent builder. But I've been using Metaflow AI to grow Metaflow AI itself. But here, I'm just having it as a test. And then over here, where it says LinkedIn, that's the actual content matrix it's got. So since I want to write about LinkedIn automation, LinkedIn marketing, LinkedIn ads. That's the folder right here. So we have the agent folder, which is the meta folder, and then we have the brand folder, and then we have the actual content folder. And then I also have sitemaps that's useful for internal linking. And then I also have a script that basically runs Google Banana Pro to generate images. So this is the architecture here, and I've run the cursor agent to kind of put this all together, to put together a content protection plan, which actually also points out to different context artifacts right here. And once I run this agent, it automatically creates this to-do list of going and building all these articles one by one. And this is all data back because I have the data for SEO MCP connected. That's how I started to do the research. Once I started with the SEO agent, and the SEO agent basically uses the data for SEO to kind of do the research. And then the SEO agent went and did the keyword analysis, competitor analysis, keyword difficulty, and that actually created the the actual strategy or the keyword plan for this whole project. So everything that you see here is a result of that SEO agent. It pulled out all the topics you can gather from the keyword research, and then organize them by different clusters. And each of these individual topics, I've asked it to call out the intent type, estimated volume, and also what are those keywords within those. So here you can see, it's got these 8 clusters with like 52 articles on in total. And then I went ahead and did some way more refining and polishing, where prioritize the top 15 articles based on effort and volume. So that's done that. So that's the first 15 articles we are going after right here from the overall 52 for us to kind of test it and see how it works. And then it's also done the content brief for those 15 articles. So because the SEO agents are running on like Sonnet 4.5, they're really good at like this, just going over this long form, really long, complex task, where it's basically going, because my original instruction is pretty loaded with, really detailed set of instructions for it to like process everything. When it went and did the research and got the initial set of inputs, it went and recursively, executed on that, building this, really big content plan, not just the clusters, but also like content brief for every single article that it's going to do. And obviously, I'm going to be closely monitoring how this performs, how the articles are actually turning out one by one, and if there need to be some kind of an edit or something, that's where I'll go and ask the agent to redo the article or maybe edit parts of it. But for now, it's just going on full speed. Let's see, how it's got some of the articles done. So it's got the title, slug, meta description, all the things that I asked it, and also, I was mainly focusing on like internal links. I also wanted, that's why I have given the sitemap. So I think it's, so got a good plan on what are the anchor text it needs to have the internal link done. Because doing internal linking for a project like this is going to be really hard when you're not thinking about it early on, but since I have this code into the agent very early on in the process, while it's creating the content for all these 15 articles, it's also thinking about how we want to like create a web or how these articles link to one another, not just in a hub spoke model, but also there's some lateral linking going on. And that's the reason I baked in the internal linking logic very early on. So every article has, which other article it's going to link to. So that's there. It's got all the useful metadata in there. And then, it actually goes about writing the articles. So the nature of these articles, uh, I wanted to keep this very tactical, very technical level because what I figured is most since I am targeting B2B SaaS audiences, B2B SaaS marketers, one-person marketing team, two-person marketing team, who are really spread thin on resources, who are trying to get started with LinkedIn on their own. A lot of times, what they are trying to look up is, how do I create campaigns on LinkedIn? What are the specs on LinkedIn? How do I ensure UTM tracking is on LinkedIn? So all these tactical things, of course, there are some help docs, there are some tutorials, but I wanted to create something that's a lot more easy and concise and succinct in the format, so that they can, when they look up for terms like what do you say, like how to use UTM parameters in LinkedIn, right? So they can land on this page, they can quickly skim through it, and then get the help articles they want to actually run their LinkedIn campaigns. And the nature of these queries is that these are all technical and very nitty-gritty. So there's not a lot of competition, and even LinkedIn may not have all these help docs available because it could be obscured in like internal docs, or only if you have like ad manager, you kind of can see those things. But having it handy and something accessible with a good UX, I think will be useful, and that's the game plan for this particular project. How do I how do I get traffic from relevant audiences who are looking to do these campaigns on their own, but part of those audiences are also when they come to the website and become aware of the brand, maybe some of them are considering an agency or a fractional expert. So there is a strategy behind all these articles, and given that's the nature of it, there's not a lot of editorial uh, uh, things that I need to actually go on and look at, because most of these are technical. Just I'll be skimming through these and seeing how accurate are those. But from an editorial standpoint or from a messaging standpoint, uh, they're good on their own terms, but they're good for like traffic. So I think that's how I see this particular project. I'll let you know how it goes. But if you are also interested in like generating programmatic content for site for your site with articles that are helpful for your audiences, challenges or pain points that your audiences are facing, and how you can give tips and techniques or guides on how you can help them. Cursor is a really good way for you to uh, do that at scale. And obviously, you want to make sure you have the right context in place. So here I have the positioning doc for like growth lane, the agency, all built out, and then I have the SEO agent, and then have some like master prompts for like article generation and so on and so forth. And then I also have like a LinkedIn blog writer agent. Uh, it's highly important that you have all these contexts that are feeding your workflows of these agents. That way, you're not generating uh, articles that are fully like AI slop, but actually articles that are talking to your brand, and actually you put thought into the strategy, and it's actually at the end of the day the articles are actually useful to your user. Or even if your user is using ChatGPT or asking questions to ChatGPT, ChatGPT kind of finds this content relevant, and then it surfaces your website to the user. So you're gaining visibility or awareness by being useful to the audience. So yeah, I hope you found this useful. Uh, if maybe this video I just wanted to like quickly show and like give a preview. I was just like starting to work on this. I thought I might just as well record it, but maybe on another video when I do another project, I can start from the beginning on how I went ahead and like did the actual research, put together these agents and context and so on. And yeah, please let me know if you would like the detailed overview. I can do that as well. But hope you find this useful. Thank you.